When so many are lonely as seem to be lonely, it would be inexcusably selfish to be lonely alone. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. The people, and the people alone, are the motive force in the making of world history. Thank you for leaving us alone, but giving us enough attention to boost our egos. We learn about life not from pluses alone, but from minuses as well. When I'm alone, I can sleep crossways in bed without an argument. No one can arrive from being talented alone. Work transforms talent into genius. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. The doer alone learneth. Living alone makes it harder to find someone to blame. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. Unless we love and are loved, each of us is alone. Each of us is deeply lonely. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. I only go out to get me a fresh appetite for being alone. I never have tantrums. If anything makes me mad, I'm silent. If I'm not talking, leave me alone. I have nothing to hide in art. The initial force alone can bring anyone to the end he must attain. Loneliness expresses the pain of being alone, and solitude expresses the glory of being alone. The object of oratory alone in not truth, but persuasion. I would rather be a beggar and single than a queen and married. When everything is lonely, I can be my best friend. I feel so good after a workout. Any time you can be alone with yourself is really important. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also.
Marriage is good for those who are afraid to sleep alone at night. Life could be wonderful if people would leave you alone. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be.
I like to read books and be alone. I'm not social butterfly person. I'm sorry. Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. To go out with the setting sun on an empty beach is to truly embrace your solitude. It's time to end the cruel slaughter of whales and leave these magnificent creatures alone. The longer one is alone, the easier it is to hear the song of the earth. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. Every man must do two things alone. He must do his own believing and his own dying. Using simple equipment and daylight alone is for me a pleasure and a replenishment. In any great organization, it is far, far safer to be wrong with the majority than to be right alone. Is he alone who has courage on his right hand and faith on his left hand? I paint self-portraits because I am so often alone, because I am the person I know best. I don't want to be alone, I want to be left alone. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Blood alone moves the wheels of history.